Welcome back to this channel.
If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You guys know the whole deal. All right, so just say hi.
Hi.
I'm trying to wind down a day, but I want to pick up the camera because it's been so long since we picked up the camera. Yeah, we wanted to update you guys a little bit on what's going on, but before, I want you to see the kiddos. Desaya, what you up to?
Hi.
Hi. Are you just hanging around? All right, so we want to do some, we got a couple of cool things for the kiddos.
What are you doing?
Desaya, what are you doing?
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics?
I'm
Show them some gymnastics. Go ahead, Bubba. Wee.
Look at my gymnastics. Again.
You do it again? Okay.
Look at my gymnastics.
Whoa, let's see your gymnastics. All right, the kiddos are showing you guys their gymnastics. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh.
Help me. Help me.
Help you what?
Help you what? Hold on.
Help.
Here.
Count.
No, okay.
Oh my gosh. I pretty much just wanted you to say hi to the kids, so by tonight I can be able to sit with you and update you guys on what's going on with me.
The next day.
Hi, North Sam.
Oh yeah, because it's the next day. So
The next day.
it's gonna do like the whole thing.
Ooh, what is going on right there?
Is that chalk? Let me see.
Anyhow.
You got chalk on your arm too.
I did. Okay, so today is the next day. The kids are in school. So we're able to better explain what's been going on. I know we've been very, very much so MIA. Hi, baby. We've been very much MIA because there's been a lot of stuff going on. Some personal stuff that's been especially going on in with Lucas' family side. Without like going into details, like exactly what's going on, like definitely want to ask for prayers. We had, well, Lucas had a loss.
So yeah, we've been going through a lot, my whole family. Prayers would definitely be appreciated. Yeah, without going into too much detail about like who or what happened, but we've experienced a loss and lots of grieving and things like that. So it's been kind of hard to pick up the camera and be happy and, you know, and going through all this.
A loss, a diagnosis from one other person, and then like another problem with another person. So like, it's been like a lot.
Yeah.
And also, Rachel, again, has been experiencing health issues. I know it feels weird. Like, I was talking to one of my friends' husband, because we went out with them. And he's like, man, you are so young to be experiencing everything, like, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, I thought about it and I was like, man, I really believe it stemmed from postpartum like, preeclampsia.
Right.
But anyways, let me like start talking because you guys are like, just tell us what's going on.
Right.
So you guys know I've been experiencing like dizziness, and you guys know I just recently went to an eye doctor because I've just been really dizzy. Just like doing my everyday thing. Like I'm just getting really dizzy, right?
Right.
And so me and Lucas are noticing like it's happening a lot, especially when I like turn around. I'm like getting like nauseous, like dizzy. And so, you know, Lucas is a physical therapist. One of his colleagues were like, you know, bring her in. I will pretty much see it. My hairs are ashy.
Right.
Can you give me some lotion?
Yeah, let me tell.
Do you want to explain that part?
I was gonna tell them before, yeah. So basically, I ran like basic tests on her because I don't really work with vestibular patients. But I ran the basic tests I remember from school, and I was like, I don't see anything. You know, we got our eyes checked, and then my friend at work was like, just bring her in on Saturday, you know, after work, and then I'll check her. I'll give her a full evaluation. So he ran through a lot of stuff with you.
He did.
You know, you want to tell him kind of how you felt when he was doing the tests?
Sure. So, oh my goodness. So like he was making me do like all kinds of like tests to like test, like, I don't know what he was honestly testing because, you know, I'm a patient.
Right. So basically like when they're putting you in different positions and making you do different tasks with your like head and eyes to test which parts of your vestibular or your balance systems are affected.
Right. And so, oh my gosh, I didn't expect to like cry. So like when he made me do like, so pretty much, which is crazy to think about. So one of the tests he made me do was like, look to the left, look straight at his nose, look to the left, look straight at his nose. And we did the right first and I did it fine. But he made me do the left side. He said, get to 10. And when I tell you guys, I got to 5 and I felt like vomiting. Like I felt so nauseous and I started crying like so hard. And it's just crazy, like, and up too. When I look up and look down, like I was getting super, super nauseous.
Yeah.
So it took about like an hour and he like ran through a bunch of like tests and like we finally guys have a diagnosis.
So after a whole test, he gave her an official diagnosis of left superior vestibular nerve weakness.
That sounds like a lot. Like it took me, I can't even memorize that thing.
Right. So basically, like, every time she turns left, she has nerve weakness in that side of her vestibular system. That's why she was getting so dizzy, but only went to the left. So like when we're in car rides, obviously if she's in the passenger seat and it's turning left, that it makes it like amplified like 10 times. Plus we're moving in a car. But yeah, and he gave us a lot of exercises to do.
So he explained it to me and I kind of don't remember what he was saying. So yeah, like Lucas said, like, and it's funny because like, every time I'm turned to the left, like anyone, I'm always like, babes, come from behind me. Or like, come from my, like, come over this way.
Right.
But then it's funny when I'm driving with Lillian, I'm turning to my right. And so I never really put two and two together. I don't have problems like talking to her this way or people this way. But I just have a big issue talking to people this way. If that makes sense? Yeah. And when Lucas, you're standing, I'm always like, baby, can you just sit down? Like, just sit down,
especially,
you know?
That's up and...
It's up. So like, it's funny, like those are my issue points.
Right.
So yeah, so he gave me a bunch of exercises and he said that this will help strengthen the vestibular nerve.
Right.
And will help my quality of life, honestly.
Right. And so like, if it would have just been like so there's crystals in your ear, it's a different kind of vertigo. If it would have been that, he probably could have fixed it in like 1 or 2 sessions of him just like rearranging her. But Rachel's gonna have to put in the hard work. You basically have to make yourself dizzy and do those movements over and over to strengthen that system. Yeah. And it was funny because he was saying like, have you been sick recently? Has there been any kind of like any like really dehydrations or really bad sicknesses like since this happened? Or medication changes. And then we thought about it, and because she was like, how long has it been going on? It's been 2 years, about 2 years. And that's right after all the issues after Josiah was born. So we think that's exactly when it happened.
Yeah, I think it's the product of the preeclampsia, going to the hospital, being really, really sick, all the medication I was on. I think it really just like jacked me up, if that makes sense. Yeah. Just add it to the list, right?
Seriously.
So we've been dealing with that, and that's why we've really been on here for a long time, but it's nice to finally have a diagnosis. So definitely like keep us in your prayers. So pray that like finally we have a diagnosis of the reason why I'm getting so dizzy with my eyes and that it works. Praying for Lucas's family and everything's going on in his family. And just, yeah. But it's good news, guys.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to like know you're not crazy, quote unquote, you know what I mean? Or it's like, if no one can find anything, you're just like, but I am feeling this. Like, there's a reason for it. Why? So it's nice to have a why.
Yeah, to finally have a why.
And this is a good lesson for anybody out there watching. If you have dizziness, like, make sure you go to your local physical therapist and get diagnosed, because it's not me, because
PTs are awesome.
Vestibular PTs, yes. It's such a cool, like you know, little section of PT that's really cool.
Yeah, he was doing some crazy stuff. Like, I'm like, Lucas could never. Just kidding.
I did the basic stuff on him. I was pretty right in my, like, before we went to him, I was like, I think it's gonna be something like this, and I was pretty close.
Were you?
Yeah. Remember I said I think you're gonna have to do like just like riding a roller coaster or whatever. You have to get used to it.
You did.
Yeah.
Anyways. So kids are great. Josiah's doing so well, guys. Let me give you a quick update with the babies. Might as well. So, you know, Josiah's 2, and you know, his teachers are just like, he's really, really smart. He has really good memory, but he's just crazy.
He has a lot of energy. Let's just call it that.
He does. And I think the problem with this school is, not problem, because I really like this school, is that, you know, once, like, there's 2-year-old rooms, there's 3-year-old rooms, there's like BPK. So normally when a kid turns 3, they go to the 3-year-old room. Right. But Josiah's school says, no, we're just gonna keep everyone in there. Josiah's birthday is July 31st. And so he's the youngest in his class. Right. And he's huge. So I think, and he's smart. So I think he gets lumped in with the 3-year-olds. Right. And he's 2. He's just turned 2.5. So on the other side, 2.5. So, you know, they made like social stories stuff for him, and he's doing well. His teacher's texting, like, he sat during the whole circle time. He's like sharing. He's doing really well. So.
Like, go ahead, Josiah. Like, let's do this. So proud of him.
Let me see if I put some pictures of Josiah here. I don't know if we could do that, but. And the little girl doing really well. She has a huge school play coming this weekend that she's gonna be a part of. All the grandparents are coming, and then, you know, Rebecca's coming, so it's gonna be really, really fun.
Oh, she's gonna love it. She's gonna have so much people there, like, supporting her. She's gonna be so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could see it, but it's gonna be
so hard because there's so many other kids in the play. We can't do that.
So anyway, so we wanted to get you guys updated and everything, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And I promise, guys, we're gonna be more consistent.
Love you guys so much.
Bye, guys.
See you in the next one. Bye.